Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do continue, let's give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of things have happened. We had Deku, and we also had the Spider family. Now, Deku has taken the life of Madame Web. Him and a small army came to the Avengers Tower and laid waste to the entire building. They took down the heroes quite easily, and Deku, he took the life of Madame Web, Kane, and Anya. Madame Web was quite simple. Kane was an accident. He just threw out a punch and the spike went directly through him, killing him, impaling him by his heart. And then there was actually Anya. Anya was an accident. However, that was Deku, not the brainwashed version in front of them, the real one. Deku came back to his senses after murdering Kane, and he realized that both Cindy and Julia were in danger. Anya was about to make her way towards them, talking about making them the next experiments. And Deku felt fear. He lashed out and killed her. And the Spider Queen, she tried to work quickly to get back into Deku's mind, tried to work quickly to keep him under control. And that was a bit difficult. Deku fought back. He resisted. And ultimately, he shut down. And Cindy and Julia, they went into retreat. They left the tower as the Queen gathered Deku and Steve Rogers. She wants to try and make another formula, another variant to the spider virus. She wants it to be stronger. She wants it to do a lot more and actually infect people, superheroes. If it can do that, then she can have a few more people in her ranks and inside of her army. And that will provide a number of things for her. Now, it's been a bit of time, and things have not been getting easier. The entire island has succumbed to the infection, and so far, things have been chaotic. Heroes are out there as much as they can be. They are trying to protect people and keep the island under control. But people are being vigilantes, people are being villains, people are being criminals, and people are freaking out about their powers. They are trying to stay safe, but that term is very, very hard to define right now. I mean, gather together with your friends and family, yeah, that's fine, but if there's a disagreement or an argument and things get physical, it turns into an actually worldwide, not worldwide, it turns into an actually big deal. If you two get into a fight, you might destroy the entire city block. And that is no understatement or exaggeration. That's just a fact. It's definitely hard. It's definitely strange right now. And that is what Reed Richards is thinking about. Him with a few thoughts in his mind. Right now, Susan is doing quite a lot. She is trying to take care of her children. And Reed is trying to take care of the city, trying to make a cure. And that is stressful. That's weird. He is trying to manipulate genomes that he has never seen present before. And he both has a map of Spider-Man's genome and Ochako's, but also a few other people. He has seen the differences between Deku and Cindy. He's seen the differences between every other New Yorker. And he's even got his own genes along with a standard human and even a mutant in front of him. He's looking at a few data maps, a few genetic pathways, and seeing differences. But that's it. There is very few and far in between. But he thinks that he might have found it, a cure. And Venom and Anti-Venom have definitely been helpful in this endeavor. Now, right now that's been going on. And Reed is thinking about a lot going through his mind. He's been trying to keep a few things together. It's almost been 5 months. Though, tracking Izuku down has been treacherous, hard, difficult. They tried to get Wolverine to track him down, but that part was Not easy. They're able to hide from Logan, hide from his sense of smell. It's impressive, but it's also worrying. So, if they got past him, they can get past a lot. But that's just it. Maybe they need to be a bit more technical. Maybe they need to focus on a few other things. He wishes he could help track him down, but he has to keep his entire focus on the cure. Because if he can't, then New York City, they might actually have something bad happen. There's a bomb set in these genes, and he's seen it. It's gonna have an entire domino effect, and that's a problem. And right now, Reed Richards, he believes that it's caused by the mutagenic enzyme found within the Queen's body. He's not too sure where it stems from, but it leaves itself like a calling card. The only people who are not affected by this enzyme, from what they can tell, were the spider family. The people who developed spider powers without the need for this virus. Yes, their genetics can be used as a cure, but that says quite a bit. I mean, she's controlling people and piggybacking control off of them like an actual hive mother. And it's sort of interesting. Her effects are being. Hmm. There's a lot to think about here. She's controlling them like an actual queen with pheromones, but also with telepathic abilities, powers. Okay, so this stems further than that, though. The enzyme can be done. No, no. They can't do it in that way. They need to destroy the enzyme, yet leave behind regular DNA. Hmm. Hmm. That's interesting. That right now on Reed's mind. And while that's going on, we do actually cut to Julia. Julia does sit there. Her right now in a room. She remembers what happened a few days ago. And it's been hard. She had a panic attack. She tried to think about a few things and look into the future again. And she sees a lot of bad things happening. A lot of people dying. A lot of death. But she saw Cindy. She saw Cindy. No, no. Izuku, get a hold of yourself. You're fine. You're fine. She's gonna be okay. She is gonna be okay. Ah, okay, okay, just keep yourself calm, Izuku. Then you'll be okay. That future won't come to pass. The future will not come to pass like that. Okay. All right. All right. You got this. You got this. Then in her mind. And Julia just started to think about what to do. A few ideas. They already know the basics for what the Queen does do, how she operates, and how exactly she's been controlling people. The enzymes in DNA, the mutagenic enzymes, yeah, it's weird to explain, but she feels like that they can track her down. I mean, yeah, it's a city full of people with pheromones, but uh okay. Maybe hmm. Okay. Okay. Tap into a bit more of your tech nerd. What can you do that could be Friday? Yes. How can I be of assistance? I have a few questions and I need your input scientifically and well, hopefully as if you're an expert of the field. Of course. I'm an expert on multiple fields. I can quickly download and process multiple things and give you the information you need. How may I be of assistance? Right. Okay, so what do you know about pheromones? Hmm. Pheromones are such a thing that the creature produces. They can be used for multitudes of reasons, such as communication, mating, and even as a way to find others of the species, a way to gather together and group together. And they are also used to know who is stronger by their particular scent. How does that work? It is believed that the bigger the production, the bigger the species. Okay. So, question. Have everyone who's been affected by the spider enzymes produced pheromones? As far as my research has shown along Skinner's show, Miss Uraka has produced pheromones, yes. And so is you and many other people in the building. Okay, how many of them are spiders? Most of them. Most of. Yes. Would you like me to open parameters to set for this? No. Okay. Do you have my pheromones on file? I do have sensors and recordings and data, yes. Okay, what about Izuku's? His particular signature is stronger, a bit more unique. However, it is no cause for concern. No cause for concern. It's dangerous. No, that is not what I mean. No cause for concern means that it will not get mixed up with someone else's. His particular output is more. How would you even. His output is a bit more concentrated. How so? Unknown. After his return one day, he was documented as having a larger output. The spider. Do you know anything that might fill in this particular parameters? Little bit, but can you track them? Yes, I can. Do you have ideas? Because I have several. You have plans to track them down. Yes, with the new parameters that you have given me, I have found a multitude of ways. One idea is like a bloodhound, and another idea is like well, it is effective, but also, how should I put this? Just spit it out already. It is effective, yet also the old fashioned way. And the best way of saying it, it's Plan Z to your Plan A. Explain. Plan A is to create a device that can allow you to track him down. And the best way of saying it, modify the Iron Spider suit we have and set it to Izuku. Search for him and try and see if the parameters do change. If you pick up a scent or you don't. And another option is your Plan Z. Okay, and Plan Z is? Plan Z is to act as a hunter. Someone who can pick up on the pheromones with their innate senses. Wait a minute. I believe that you may know where I'm going with this. Create a serum that will allow you to hone in on them and harness the more primal aspects of your abilities. No, no, you're talking about. Oh no, 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 no. It would be effective. And the best way of saying it, letting nature take its course. That is not what that phrase is used for. Oh my god. So either I track him down the old fashioned way, using. I don't even want to put that into words. And the other idea is to create a device and modify the suit. Yes. And how long should this take? It should not take long. In fact, I can put the data into a suit right now and see what we can come up with. See how effective it might be. Open initial scans and see how things go. Right. And anything else after that? No. All you can really do is search. Look throughout the city and try and find him. That is all I can really say. No further data could be gleaned. Huh. You know, this is helpful, but is there anything else I can do? I would suggest checking on places that would be simple. Talk to someone who might know the areas, who might know the underworld. Oh god, I'm about to do a team up, aren't I? Explain. No, I'm gonna go. Right now, Julia going to get down to the level for the lab, get the Iron Spider suit, and leave. Right now, her scans are open, and that does mean quite a bit. Now, Juliet is gonna head out to an apartment. Her gonna head there, as right now she does land on the patio outside and gonna walk up to a door. Her going to knock onto it and wait. As someone, they do get to open it, and they do to stare at Julia. What do you want? Hey, I'm here to talk. About? Listen, I don't want to talk to you. Just go. It's about Kane. Just leave. Felicia, can I talk to you? Why? It's about Izuku. There's a way to find him. The bastard who killed Kane? I don't care. If I see him again, I'm gonna kill him. He was under mind control. You say that, but he snapped out of it, didn't he? No, he didn't. Listen, what if I told you you can kill the queen? Why would I care? The queen had him under control. He's just as much a victim in this as you are. And Kane. Besides, I know Izuku, he cared about Kane. The moment he comes out of this, he's gonna feel beat up. Real bad. And besides, I think you and I both know that you still care. And if I did, and if you did, me and you can head out and go and find him. Then we can kill the bitch and get him back. Maybe. So what's the plan then? Well, I have a few ideas so far, and it's a bit tricky, I guess. But if you're up to it, then we can get things done fast. And I can also make another phone call. But I don't think she'd be open for it. Open to what? Right now, Julia gonna turn and make a phone call. She's seen the future where she does this. And right now, it's a bit strange, but it also does make things go a bit better. And right now, Miss Fantastic, or yeah, Miss Fantastic, I would say, she does get a phone call. Her right now going to pick up the communicator and ask, exactly what is this about? Hmm? Hey, Susan, can I ask for some help? I kinda can't right now. What's up? Oh, um, I'm taking care of one of the babies. Okay, but what? We need your help on this. Okay, and again, I'm kind of busy. Susan, listen, I I've been hiding a few things from Reed and from you guys. The Avengers especially. What? Yeah. I've looked into a few futures and I've seen a few things. I've seen a few disasters and I've been trying to get us down to the right one. The one that's not a disaster? Yeah. I mean, yes. It's tricky and difficult to look into the future right now. Okay? I found the best one. I've been trying to guide us to it. Sadly, sadly it's been affected, but it's still a possibility. And that does mean I need your help for it to become that way. What do you need me to do? Just for a few days. Help us try and find him. If we can't find him then a few things are gonna happen, but he'll pop up back up and I just calm down. You're starting to mix up your words. I'm sorry, it's just I want to find him. He's he's me, and I know what he's going through. Do you? Sort of. Listen, I know that people can play games with his head. I've been there, and I've coped with a lot of it. It's still weird, but I got my head on straight. So I'm trying to help him. If we can't do that, then a few bad things are going to happen. And again, just please, can I get your help on this? I'll owe you a favor. Sure. Listen, I'm doing this to help save the world, alright? You don't owe me anything. Besides, we all kind of deal with crazy shit on the regular. Just promise to cover my back or buy me lunch. How about that? Uh, sure. No. Right now, Julia does at least try to give one of the scanners over to Black Cat. And she does at least try to tell Susan where to meet her at. And the three, they do go to somewhat gather quickly and disperse. Right now trying to head out and find Deku. And Reed was alerted to Susan. Susan told him what was happening. And whilst finding Spider-Man is a priority, because it could help uncover more as to what the hell is going on, he needs to focus on this. They're close to a breakthrough. And Venom, anti-Venom that is, has been helpful. So, if they can make a successful cure, they need to be careful, be wary. The moment they cure someone, the Spider Queen might know, and that is an issue. But then again, what can they do to prevent that? And that right now is a big question. However, their actually is Julia. Julia does have a few things going through her mind. And right now she is swinging around the city, trying to think. Her abilities of Madam Web have been strange. Madam Web told her that over time she'll see a difference. Her physical strength might go down, but that's not certain. She might develop other powers other than the clairvoyance. But that's it. I mean, the fact that she might become a telepath is interesting, but at the same time, she really doesn't want to know what's inside ugh, Deadpool's head. Or, hmm, or what's inside Cindy's. Damn it, Izuku. You can't kick these emotions, can you? Just, just remember, you stopped being him a long time ago. Your lives became separate. Your lives are. This being where Cindy is gonna somewhat strange alert. Her gonna somewhat freeze as she's gonna land. Her turning and asking, "What was that?" Unknown. Right now, it is believed that that was a faint trace. Are you able to track? Yes. However, limitations are unknown as of yet. How far, how long was that trace? Records show. Trace was last. Hmm. Dilution levels are up to. Would you like to hear percentage wise or would you like to hear time wise? Time wise would be preferable, yes. He was last seen around here 37 minutes ago. 37. I'm not that far behind, but that's quite a good lead. Okay. Direction? Her at least turn express. She needs to be going that direction right now. And Joy is a leap off. Her heading west, as right now she's thinking about what to do. How to talk to him, how to say a few things. And Deku right now is still going off against his opponent. The two dodging out of the way and going to actually go for blow for blow. Deku does have power, speed, and strength, but his opponent has the mastery, the skills and training, and Deku does to switch it up. Him starting to use the way of the spider. And he does show off his skills, how much he's improved in the 5 months. And right now, Deku, he actually send his opponent flying through the air. Him going to bring up his hand and blast out webs, shooting them to the wall. As they do to land and get stuck. Talking about how they like to come down now, please. uh, sorry. Sorry. That's way too funny. Sure it is. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a good hit. But do that again, we're gonna have a problem. What? I used the opportunity and I saw an opening. So I went for it. Don't blame me. I don't. But use your super skills on someone else. Not me. Fine. Deku gonna walk over, going up into the air and going to actually cut them down. Him going to walk out of the room. He has a lot going through his mind. What he can do to help Madam. No. Help Adriana. He needs to help her. Why was he thinking of Madam Web? What's going on with his head? Okay. Just keep focused, Suzuku. You're fine. Deku gonna walk upstairs. He wants to leave. Him right now on top of the facility. There are a few things going through his mind. He knows that there have been ideas, right? People who've built a lot of things. Okay. So what to do then? What to do? That right now being on Deku's mind. On someone that you come flying down. Them landing on the building as Deku does a turn. Him gonna see Black Cat. Hi, Black Cat. Hi. So, it's good to see you. Is it? No, it isn't, really. I found him. Her gonna give her location. As right now, Deku does start walking forwards. You know, I always enjoyed our games. I'm sure you did. But you killed Kane. Oh, you know who he is? I did. He was my boyfriend. uh, you still fell for me. I fell for him. Me. You fell for me. Listen, I always enjoyed our games. I thought that maybe we could have been together once, but maybe not. You were always so. What's the right word? Hostile. Kitty's got claws. And yet you still fell for me. Just a fake version of me. Deku was staring at Black Cat, walking right up to her. Him going to pull off his mask and tell her, look at his face. Her staring up at Deku. His face is somewhat more hairy, and he looks a bit. You're not him. I can be. You know, all you have to do is join us. Tell us what you know. In fact, you could kiss me right now. and tell me what you know. Let me hold you. You know, you confessed to me before a few things. Confess again. Hand over some data, then we can work together. Maybe this time without the claws getting in the way. This time, you and I can have something better. How about that? Deku's going to lean in, putting his head to hers. And right now, Black Cat does a good as one think. It's a nice idea. It's a nice alternative than what's about to happen. The idea to work together with him. The idea to work together with Izuku. With Kane. She likes the idea. But sadly not. Her action to bring her hand out. Her gonna smash Deku across the face. As Deku, he dodges that one. Him dodging out of the way as she actually tried to throw up her foot. Her trying to hit Deku in the spider jewels. Now, Deku's gonna throw down his hand. Him going to sticky doki to Felicity's leg and gonna actually pull his hand backwards and up. Her going down onto the ground as Deku here's a step forwards. Him pushing her leg forwards as Deku's gonna throw his hand downwards towards her neck. This being where Deku here's gonna feel a web get shot directly to his back. And Deku immediately is gonna let go of her and gonna turn. Him going to grab onto the web and wrap it around his arm. As he's gonna pull it in, and right now, there is where Spider I almost said Spider Girl. There right now is where Julia is gonna rush forwards. Her right now throwing her hand out as she's gonna smash Deku with her fist. Deku bringing his hand out, catching it, and going to turn. Him gonna headbutt her right now as Julia is put on the defensive. And Deku is gonna talk about it. Him moving forwards. She's really wearing an Iron Spider suit. He does it to say, him rushing in and trying to use talons. Or not talons, trying to use his spikes. He wanted her to give up. He wanted her to do quite a few things and stop. Him gonna actually lash it out. Her dodging with a spider, or one of the Iron Spider limbs. Now, the mechanical limb does gonna dodge it. However, Deku, he does put more and more force into trying to fight back. And the limb actually is beginning to go to its maximum limit. Deku is pushing a lot of force into it, and the limb does it a crack and break. Deku is shooting out his hand and actually webbing onto Julia. Him going to pull her in and throw out his hand. Julia expecting a spike and going to dodge out of the way. However, Deku does throw out his other hand and stick a doki to her side. Him going to actually throw up his hand, doki up towards her face, ripping the mask off of her head, as he does to jump backwards and hold it up, expressing about how this doesn't belong to her. No, it belongs to Mr. Stark. Julia, you could join me. Really? Yes, really. You know, it's simple. A few things. I know you have a lot of thoughts going through your head. I do too. I feel better though. You don't understand. Things are easier, simpler. Are they? Her actions aren't going to lower her defenses. And they can just stare at that. Okay, this'll work. Everything going according to plan. Julia. Oh, so stubborn and naive. Just like him at one point, but hey, he got better. And so will she. She'll learn. And when I step forwards, she herself is a king. Then again, a shadow. A shadow of him. A shadow of something greater? No. More grand. And right now Deku's gonna walk up to her, bringing his hands out. As Julia does gonna actually reach out and grab onto his hands. She needs to buy more time. A few more seconds. That's all she just need. Come on, where are you? Come on. Come on, Julia. I know me and you shared a kiss at one point. Just kiss me again. Things will be better. Revealed. You'll be a part of the hive. You'll understand the plan. Understand everything. And Deku does actually lean forwards. telling her, bringing his hand up to her hair. Everything will be revealed. Just understand, Deku couldn't somewhat recoil. Him right now feeling the psychic attack. As Susan's storm just come flying in. Her talking about it. Okay, she's seen a lot of weird things before, but that definitely takes the cake. Deku falling to the ground. And Julia gonna turn. Talking about it. She picked a hell of a time to show up. Not gonna lie. Black Cat couldn't get to her feet. Walking over. She's wondering how far that was gonna go. Hey, don't blame me. Besides, we needed time and he was way too good. At convincing you or fighting you? Fighting me. Sure. I'm being serious. Listen, he broke the suit again. These limbs can withstand a lot of force. That's not good. Okay, Susan, can you hide him from the Queen? She's telepathic and audio on it. I've mastered brainwaves. So far, the Queen won't be able to tell anything. I don't think, at least, unless she already knows. Listen, we gotta get out of here fast. We're gonna walk over to the car, expressing for them to hop in and they'll talk on the way. When they do get to leave, it's a bit awkward. The three piled into the car and talking. And Julia is trying to at least talk about the strange thing Deku said about the two sharing a kiss before. And Deku, yeah. Right now he's strapped to the back of the Fantastic car like he is a suitcase. Him whipped to the back with his legs dangling. And they do head to the Avengers Tower. Where Deku, he is first given a blood test, they see what's inside of his system, and then they try and fix his mind. Try to purge the stuff from him. Because the enzyme, it's very apparent in his system. And the last time they heard Cindy's presence made a difference. So, they can take some of her pheromones and hopefully reverse this or, well, get him back on their side at least. That was the plan. And the plan, it took a few days. But it did work. However, the Queen didn't come after Deku. The Queen didn't try. She just let Deku go. And that concerned them. Deku's already filled his purpose. And that does say quite a bit. And that's a problem. If she doesn't need him and she's letting him go, that's going to be a problem, right? We do currently have Deku. Whenever Deku came to his senses, he didn't say a lot. He wanted to know where he was and what was going on. And they tried to fill him in. But Deku, he had a lot of things start coming back to his mind. A lot of things he remembered. Everything he remembered. And Deku, after he was filled in, he remained silent. He didn't say a word. And no one could get anything out of him. I mean, the guy found out he murdered 2 people and they were close to him. He learned that he murdered Madam Web and, well, they don't know what else he's done, but he's done some pretty messed up shit, right? And Deku sat there, remembering. He's killed. He's hurt and he's lost a lot of trust. That on his mind. And Deku just sat there. Them trying to ask him questions and at least scan his body. Making sure that he's clear and okay. And whenever Susan gave him a mental test, she told them, he's clean. He is safe right now. However, she would recommend a metal helmet, in case the Queen just tries to get him in that metal box. And that was the main thing. Tony Stark, yeah. He just gave Deku the Iron Spider mask. And Deku, when he walked out of that room, he was annoyed. He had a lot to think about, a lot to say or do. But he wanted to see Cindy. And Cindy wanted to see him. However, she was also angry at him. Angry that he tried to do things on his own. Angry that he tried to handle things himself. Angry that he wasn't there, but happy that he's back. And Cindy just sat there. As Deku he walked into the room. Hey Cindy. Hi. How have you been? Was anything that you said true? No. None of it was true. I was trying to play with your head and emotions. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's been almost. How have things been with you? I'm okay. It went fine. The delivery, I'm I'm okay. Was it a boy or a girl? Isaku, we'll talk about that in a minute. What made you think you can go after her alone? I didn't think, okay? She had my mother. I was trying to be careful. I know. Listen, I'm not mad about you for that. I'm not mad at you for trying to just protect us, but give me a warning, a heads up. We could have helped you. I could have helped you. Your daughter's in the next room sleeping, Izuku. If you want to meet her, meet her. But I'm sorry. I need some coffee. I need to punch something. Afterwards, we'll talk more. We'll save New York and then talk about what's going to be happening after all of this, going forwards. I know that you already hate yourself. Enough. You blame yourself for your mother's death, and you probably blame yourself for all of their others. So, I'll let you be alone with your thoughts. Go hold your daughter, think about what you've done, and just let me have a few minutes. Her gonna stand up, walking over and pulling Deku into a hug, expressing how she really did miss him. She really did miss him. She was worried about what they'd have to do to stop him, but now she doesn't. That right now was her biggest concern, and she needs a second to think. She's gonna go out and swing around the city. Don't chase after her, stay here in the tower. If he leaves this place, then it's gonna be a problem. Her gonna back away, pulling up the front of Deku's mask as she's gonna someone give him a kiss. Her going to lean in and put her head to his, talking about it. She's so angry at him, but she doesn't want to be angry. Just her gonna turn and walk away. And Deku does this, someone sit there. Him trying to think. Okay, a daughter. He has a daughter. And Deku does it walking into the next room. Him walking to the bedroom and going to walk into the room. His hands feel shaky. He feels scared. And he walks over to see a beautiful baby girl. Him going to bend down and pick her up, trying to be careful. His powers are insane. He can crush steel. And he's faced off against heroes and threats all along the world. I mean, a charging Rhino Man. And even a fucking vampire trying to steal his soul. And he's afraid to hold his daughter. That on his mind. As Deku does someone gonna sit there. Him looking down at her, as he does have a few things in his mind. And Deku's quiet. He has a scowl. And he can feel his blood boiling under the surface. Everything he's done. everything that's happened. He needs to make amends for it, make up for it. Spider-Man's been gone for too long. The city needs Spider-Man. The city needs more heroes. And Deku? Deku knows what to do. He knows what to tell them. If they talk about the cure, they're going to send Ben in to destroy it. And Ben is a monster. Ben is a problem, and and he might have to kill Ben. God damn it! Then on his mind, as Deku, he actually has someone going to sit down his daughter. Her going to make a few sounds. As she's going to look up at Deku. Her looking at the mask as Deku's going to pull it up. Him going to pull it up to where his eyes are visible. And he does going to look down. Him holding out his hand as she's going to reach out and grab his finger. This is his future. This right here. He needs to protect her. He needs to make sure that she's okay. That there's a world for her to live in. The queen has to die. He hates to say it, but she has to die. And Deku, he has a turn, walking into the next room and going to actually pull out a notebook. Cindy found his notes. She kept it. She read through it. He sees a few stains and even a few things. She turned it into a bit of a journal. She wanted to understand these writings, understand his mind, maybe modify her web shooters and try to help. Put less strain on her body. And Deku doesn't see her words. Him going to flip to a new page and going to start writing a few things down. As Deku, he needs to make a design. He needs to design this thing, this way to stop the queen. He needs to make a name for it. And hopefully things turn out okay. He has a new future. He has a lot to look forward to in his future. And the queen, she doesn't. She has none. However, right now the queen doesn't want to sit there. Her annoyed. Deku filled his purpose, filled his role, and she was quite satisfied. However, sadly, she will have to rule this world alone. Deku was definitely a very, very big plethora of genes, ones they can use, harness, and modify. And so far, Deku, he's left unaware as to what he's been a part of, what he's left, and what he now has to try and stop. And the queen is going to give an order, as an attack will shortly begin. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.